Okay, Tim? Yep. Put the throttles forward and give us some right hand down to starboard. We're going to go out through that gap in the wall. Roger. And don't hit the buoy. Go straight forward. That's it. Wonderful. Right, we're going to head for that boat that's on fire. Can you see it?
On the right.
On the right. See what I mean? A bit oversteer. You'll get used to it after a while because it'll go beyond you and then you've got to go back again as you come into the centre. That's it. You got it.
How many helicopters are over
Keep
there?
the throttles right forward, Tim.
Or is that the press?
Don't crash.
If you look behind you, you will see another small screen of us leaving the harbour.
Better weather that way.
Ah, you haven't seen it yet.
Right.
Right, helicopter. The Coast Guards are out, as you can see. Helicopters flying around.
Watch the wall.
Watch the wall.
Hang on, we're well clear of the wall, please.
Big gap.
It's a lot more difficult than it looks like.
Come on, work as a team.
As you said, we're off the coast of Dover at the moment. If we're doing a training session in here and Helm actually knows Dover, or Nav does, we don't give them this scenario. We will give them somewhere else, probably the Isle of Wight or Weymouth or anywhere. We could go anywhere in this, any coast in England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales, all done by computers.
Can you whip up a storm?
That comes later.
Something to look forward to.
Tim, when you head for the old, with the boat out here, be careful of the boats that are around. There's a destroyer slightly behind the wreck, so I don't know that it's underway. I don't think so.
Okay, I can see.
Boats
No
are
forward torpedoes.
yeah. We can do anything with this simulator. We can bring up submarines. We can bring up aircraft carriers right in front of you, and you have to steer out the way. We can bring up mermaids, mermen, whatever you like, fish, whales, the whole shebang.
Scuba divers.
Yes, even scuba divers. Okay, just slow her down a tad, Tim, not a lot. Just bring her back probably just a quarter, but keep her underway. We've got a calm sea. We're going to go right round the wreck, Tim.
Yep.
But keep away from the wreck because I think you'll find that she's on fire both sides. Helicopter's coming over the top of you now, very low. Here she comes. Oops. There. Okay, Tim, we're going to go right round.
Behind the Coast Guard?
You can, yeah, I would if I were you.
Thank you.
There's another cutter out there as well, so we're going to have to do some negotiations here. Every time I come and do this, there's always new boats in the water. Right, if you can give her a hard port, Tim, we'll go right round the Coast Guard. Hard round.
How deep is this?
What, this sea?
Yeah.
It should tell you on the screen, in the middle there. On the coxswain
50
screen.
feet.
50 feet?
50 feet.
Now, see the sea's on fire? That's where the oils come out of the boat. No, don't go through the fire, Tim. We will catch fire. Helicopters are all over the place today. Another one coming over. Now then, look very carefully for people in the water. You can go a bit closer. Go a bit closer to the wreck, Tim. That's it. There's somebody waving.
Somebody's waving.
Somebody waving. Can you wave back? Hi. How you doing? That's it. There's a big big container ferry over there, Tim.
Yep.
We'll have another look round. Go round the bow of the wreck. Don't worry about the bits and bobs in the water. You can go through those. That's only flotsam and jetsam.
Tim, can you make sure it sinks so we've got a decent dive
Now
site?
then, look over to your starboard side. There's somebody waving in the water over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we just hit one.
No, we haven't hit him.
There's one directly.
There's somebody ahead of you.
No, we're not.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, Tim, give her a little bit of port side. Give her a port side and go out into the clear sea,
Yep.
and I'll make things a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Right, go round. That's it. Take her round, Tim.
Which way? Left?
No, left. Yeah, port. Not left. It's port on here. Do you know the best way to remember that? There is more port left in the bottle. That's how I remember it. More port left in the bottle.
You've not been to one of our parties then, have you?
Okay, Tim. Now then, we're going to just in a minute. Just turn her right round and head for the gates of the harbour. So mind the yacht on your right, but round you go. Okay, now just slow her down, Tim, a bit. I'm going to alter things, but I want you to head back to the harbour, Tim, all right?
I got it.
Okay.
Johnny.
Go to front.
Just pressing a button marked hurricane.
Bit of a smell on that scene, is there?
I'm just simulating the pen.
There's more.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Have you spotted the wreck yet, Tim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go. This is a force 6.
6.
Head towards the. You're doing well, Tim.
Thank you.
Is
Yeah.
it from the north though?
Yeah.
It's definitely a southerly.
Steering a bit off course there, Tim.
Which way? Sorry, I'm looking for the windscreen wipers.
That's it. We're doing well, Tim. Wonderful. We can make a force 10 in this, but I can't. I'm not allowed to do that because the lifeboat actually does turn over. Yeah, and then it has to right itself.
You go up to a 9.
No, I can't go up to 9 or 10. This is set 6 and 7. I'm as far as I'm allowed to go. Right, Tim, I'm going to calm her off, otherwise you'll never get in that,
Thank you, yes.
harbour. Here we go.
I think you're doing really well, actually.
Yeah, I think you're getting there,
Quite
Tim. Go
central
for it.
channel.
Go for it, Tim. You can go for it.
I don't see that much throttle.
They don't hit the gate.
Yeah, we can get through here.
Ideal diving weather.
Oh, yeah.
Been worse.
Well, there you go, you can do the whole long, mate.
If only that was a button for that.
Right.
Can we have one of those buttons on our rib, please?
How are we doing? Are we in the harbour, Tim?
Yeah,
We are.
safely
Right.
so, yeah.
Give her slightly left because I want you to spin her around in a minute. So give her a little,
Don't you mean
little bit of port. No, I was talking Tim's language. Okay, straighten up, Tim.
Okay.
Straighten her up, straighten her up. Okay, now then, I want you to put the left hand throttle fully forward, the right hand throttle fully back, and give her plenty of welly to your starboard side now. Hard round, go on. What you're doing, you reverse one engine and you forwarded the other engine and she'll turn on a sixpence. She'll turn in her own arc. There you go.
Cool.
Okay, Tim, both throttles in the middle. Make sure they click so you're not underway anymore. Make sure the needles drop. You should find a little click there. It's very fine. Have the needles gone down? The engine needles down?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Tim deserves a hand. Well done, Tim.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, any questions about this? Oh yes,
Can
my
we follow
last,
it?
my last question is, we've got Tim on helm, we've got a lady coxswain who's in charge of the shouts and everything. We've got a lady, gentleman navigator, and we got a lady engineer. 4 people in here. Now then, we're all volunteers, but one of them gets paid. Which one is it?
Me, Cox. Cox.
Anybody else? I'll tell you the answer in a minute. Anybody else?
The engineer.
It's the engineer.
Yeah.
The engineer.
I would want to get paid.
It's the engineer who gets paid because it's his or her job to keep this thing going if it breaks down. Everything in the lifeboat is accessible. All the wiring, all the pipe work is on the outside, if you like, or the inside, outside of the inside of the ship itself. Every tap and everything is all accessible so that the engineer can suddenly find out what's gone wrong. The engine room is easily accessed. The engine is all accessible, and quite honestly, I went out on a lifeboat and I went down to where they pull the people down after we've rescued them from a wreck, and it is bloody noisy, if you excuse my French. It's a very noisy machine inside. The later one, the Shannon, is a little bit more quiet.